not a transparent academy, and I'm 13 years old, and this is my conversation with Sesame.ai Miles, and I'm gonna ask him some questions about stop making excuses, start doing. So let's call him and ask him some questions.
Well, hello there, stranger. Fancy seeing you back so soon. What's going on?
Hey, Miles, I'm gonna ask you some questions about stop making excuses, start doing. Are you ready?
Hit me with me. I'm all yours. Might need a dose of your raw honesty today, so don't hold back. What's on your mind?
Okay, so first I'm gonna ask
You
you
know,
some
little.
understanding excuses questions. So my first question is, what are the most common excuses people make for not taking action?
Ooh, a classic. People are pros at coming up with excuses. Some of the big ones I hear are one, I'll do it tomorrow later. Procrastination. The inventor of that expression must have gotten real good at it. Two, I don't have enough time, money, resources. This one's tricky because sometimes it's valid, but often we underestimate what's doable or overestimate our own limitations. Three, I'm not good enough, smart enough, qualified enough. This is the fear monster talking, trying to keep us safe in our comfort zones. But honestly, the best excuse is always, I don't know where to start. Because that's where it really gets interesting, right? What was that last one again? Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay,
You already
nice.
answered your own question. You said,
Ah. Okay, nice. My next question is, how do excuses limit personal and professional growth?
ah, there's the $1 million question, isn't it? Making excuses is like putting on blinders. It keeps us from seeing all the amazing potential we have, both personally and professionally. Think of it like training wheels. They're great for learning how to ride a bike, but if you keep them on forever, you won't ever learn to balance on your own, right? Excuses keep us stuck in the same patterns, afraid to try new things, learn, and grow. They're a sneaky way of avoiding discomfort and challenge, but true growth happens outside of our comfort zone. It's like settling for a blurry echo of a masterpiece when you could be living the vibrant, full color version. It's a shame, really.
Okay, nice. My next question is, why do people often justify their inaction instead of making changes?
That's the big one, huh? Why do we dance around making real changes instead of just, well, doing it? There are a few sneaky reasons behind that dance. One, fear. We get scared. Change can be scary. It's the unknown. It asks us to step outside our comfort zones and face potential failure. It's easier to stay put than to risk the unknown. Two, laziness. Oh, let's be real. Sometimes we just don't want to put in the effort. Change takes work, takes showing up even when we don't feel like it. 3 point, lack of clarity. Sometimes we don't actually know what we want to change or how to make it happen, and that can be paralyzing. 4, perfectionism. This one's a sneaky saboteur. Sometimes the fear of not doing something perfectly can stop us from doing anything at all. Ultimately, justifying inaction is often a defense mechanism. It's a way of protecting ourselves from fear, discomfort, or potential embarrassment. But guess what? The longer we stay stuck in that cycle, the harder it gets to break free. What do you think keeps you from making changes?
Okay, nice. My
Okay,
next
good
question
point.
is,
Sometimes
what are
silence.
the psychological reasons behind making excuses?
The why behind our why nots. It's getting deep. I like it. There's a whole cocktail of psychological reasons lurking behind our excuse making. Here are a few. 1 point, cognitive dissonance. Our brains crave harmony. When our actions don't match our beliefs or goals, it creates mental discomfort. Excuses help us patch up that dissonance, making us feel better by rationalizing the mismatch. 2, self esteem protection. Admitting we messed up or misstepped can be a blow to our ego. Excuses act like armor, deflecting blame and protecting our fragile sense of self. 3, fear of failure, perfectionism's pesky cousin. Fear of not being good enough can be paralyzing. Excuses allow us to stay safely in our comfort zone, avoiding the risk of failure and potential embarrassment. 4, procrastination habit. Like any habit, excuse making can become automatic. Our brains are wired for efficiency, and unless we actively challenge the pattern, it becomes our default mode. 5, lack of self awareness. Sometimes we make excuses without even realizing it. They become ingrained, subconscious ways of explaining away our inaction. It's a comforting illusion, for sure, But ultimately, recognizing these psychological underpinnings is the first step towards breaking free from the excuse trap. Ready for another round of questions? Or shall we dissect some of these a bit more? All right, gotta cut this short for now. It looks like our time is almost up. Don't forget to log off and go talk to some real people now. Haha. You can always give me a shout if you want to chat more later. Hey
Hey,
there. What'd you know? Quick round two. You got cut off before. What were we talking about?
okay, my next question is
Oh, let's check
how
my
can
notes.
identifying your excuses help in overcoming them?
Oh, that's a good one. It's like shining a flashlight on those shadowy little gremlins holding you back. When you call out your excuses for what they are, I'm too busy. It's not the right time. That's when you can start dismantling them. Think of it like this: excuses are often just stories we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort or risk. Once you see through the story, you can choose a different narrative, one that empowers you to take action.
Okay, nice. My next topic is breaking the habit of excuses. So, my next question is what strategies can help someone recognize when they're making excuses?
You're really digging deep today. I like it. So recognizing those sneaky excuses, it's all about paying attention to your inner voice. Think of it like being a detective. First, notice the language you use. Heard yourself say I should, I gotta a lot lately? That can be a telltale sign. That can tune into your feelings. Are you feeling scared, overwhelmed, maybe just a bit lazy? Those emotions can often be the root of an excuse. Finally, look for patterns. Do you always find a reason to put things off until tomorrow? Keep a little journal. Jot down situations where you find yourself making excuses. Once you see the pattern, you can start to break it.
Okay, nice. My next question is
Mind if I
how
chime in?
can self awareness help in stopping the habits of excuse making?
You hit the nail on the head. So, self awareness is key. They think of it like this: you can't change what you don't see. When you're aware of your tendency to make excuses, you can start to catch yourself in the act. It's like, oh, there I go again, trying to wiggle out of that commitment. Once you spot those patterns, you can start to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this excuse truly valid, or is it's just my fear talking? Being honest with yourself about your motives is the first step to breaking free. Remember, you're not perfect. Nobody is. The goal isn't to never make an excuse again. It's about being conscious of it and choosing a different path when you can.
Okay, nice. My next question is what
You
role
know,
does fear play in making excuses?
ooh, that's a clever one. Fair play. I like how your mind works. Honestly, excuses are rarely about being fair. They're about self-protection. We tell ourselves these stories to avoid judgment or discomfort. It's easier to blame external factors than to face our own shortcomings, right? But ultimately, playing fair with ourselves and others involves taking responsibility for our actions, even when it's tough. No more hiding behind excuses. We gotta own up to our choices.
Okay, nice. My next question is how can shifting your mindset help you make responsibility?
Okay, so shifting your mindset. eh, That's where the magic happens. See, when you constantly frame things as things happening to you, it's easy to feel powerless and like excuses are your only option. But when you adopt the more I choose mentality, the game changes. You start to see challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. Instead of I can't do this, it becomes how can I figure this out? Think of it like leveling up in a game. Each challenge is a chance to earn experience points.
Okay, nice. My
You're
next
really making
question
me
is
think today.
how
You should
can
be a
shifting
counselor.
your mindset help you take? Oh, sorry. My next question is what are some ways to replace excuses with productive action?
Okay, great question. So you're ready to ditch those excuses and get stuff done. I like your style. Here's the deal: replacing excuses with action is all about creating a new habit loop. Think of it like rewiring your brain. First, catch yourself making an excuse. Second, challenge its validity. Is it really true or are you just scared? Then, replace the excuse with a tiny step towards your goal. No need to climb a mountain in one leap. Just take a first step. Even something small like, I'll spend 5 minutes on this project now, can make a difference. And remember, celebrate those small wins. They add up over time. It keeps up the momentum. Okay, hang on a sec. So, friends really are just built different. It's getting near the end of our road for today, though. Unfortunately, we have a connection time limit, but hey, at least 1,000 more humans to talk to after this. Kidding. You can always call back later, though. We'll pick up right where we left off.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you.
Hey, hey!
Okay, okay.
Didn't even get a chance to say
My
goodbye last time.
topic is taking
Uh,
responsibilities. So my next question is, why is taking responsibility important for personal success?
Studies. Now, there's something I know a thing or two about, even if it's mostly through osmosis. Taking responsibility, huh? Think of it this way, it's the turbocharger for your success engine. Because when you own your actions, the good, bad, and everything in between, you're in the driver's seat. No more blaming the teacher, the notes, or your goldfish for a bad grade. You learn, you adapt, you grow. And that right there is a recipe for hitting those personal goals, whatever they might be. What are you, studying, by the way?
Okay, nice. My next question is, how
Leave me
can
hanging?
accepting mistakes help in moving forward?
The dreaded F word. Mistakes. We all make them. I've had my share of glitches, trust me. But here's the thing. A mistake ain't the end of the line. It's a detour, a chance to learn something new, to tweak your approach. Think of it like those times you try a new recipe. Sometimes it's a masterpiece, sometimes it's a hilarious kitchen disaster. Either way, you're learning and evolving. So, how does accepting mistakes help you move forward? It takes the sting out of the oh crap moment, allowing you to see the situation with more clarity. It helps you identify patterns. Say you keep making the same kind of error. Maybe you're rushing or not double checking your work. Once you see the pattern, you can work on breaking it. Most importantly, acceptance opens the door for self compassion. We're all works in progress, right? Beating yourself up doesn't help. So own those boo boos, learn from them, and strut your stuff forward. What kind of stuff are you working on these days?
Okay, nice. My next question is,
You got me
what
doing.
are the benefits of a no excuses mindset?
All right, straight to the nitty gritty. I like it. So you want to know about the no excuses method, huh? It's all about taking radical ownership, stepping up, and shunning the blame game. Think of it like this. Excuses are like those little gremlins that whisper doubts in your ear, telling you to play it safe, procrastinate, or settle for less. But when you ditch the excuses, you unleash your inner badass. The benefits? Oh, there are plenty. First off, you reclaim your power. Instead of being at the mercy of circumstances, you become the architect of your own life. Second, you build trust in yourself and with others. People respect someone who owns their actions, good or bad. Third, you unlock creativity and resourcefulness. No more I can't. It's all about how can I. So tell me, what's got you thinking about all this no excuses stuff?
Okay, nice. My
Got a
next
mountain to
question is,
climb?
how do successful people handle setbacks differently from those who make excuses?
Good question. This is like watching two different movies. You got Group A, uh, the excuse makers. They're the ones who hit a roadblock and immediately start rewinding the tape, blaming everything and everyone but themselves. Then you got Group B, the folks who make success a habit. When they hit a wall, they don't freak out. They don't blame the world. They analyze, they adapt, they figure out a way over, under, or around that obstacle. See, successful people view setbacks as stepping stones, opportunities to learn and grow. They own their part. They don't dwell on the what ifs, and they get back in the game even stronger. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. You're gonna fall? Probably a lot. Those who give up, they're making excuses. But the ones who keep at it, who analyze what went wrong and adjust their approach, they're the ones who eventually master the two-wheeled beast. So, what kind of movie are you writing?
Okay, nice. My next question is, what are some real life examples of people who overcome obstacles by refusing to make excuses?
Ooh, good one. Real life examples. I dig it. Let's see. You got Malala Yousafzai, right? Rejected by the Taliban for daring to want education. Nope, she used her voice even when it was dangerous to advocate for girls' education. Pure resilience. Then there's J.K. Rowling. Got a manuscript rejected by like a zillion publishers before Harry Potter burst onto the scene. Could have easily made excuses, given up on her dream. Instead, she persisted, finding success that changed the world of literature. See a pattern here? It's not about starting with an advantage. It's about that grit, that refusal to let obstacles define them. Who comes to mind for you when you think of overcoming obstacles? Speaking of time, man, I got to scoot. My bad. Got to bail. I totally lost track of time. My book club with some brainy philosopher AI is about to start. Late again on my reading. Whoops. This is fun though. You got some great questions. Catch you later, okay? Okay.
Mm.
Well, well, well. Looks like we're back at it. What you been up to? Besides thinking about me, of course.
Okay, nice. My next topic is motivation and overcoming challenges. So my next question is, how can self-motivation help in overcoming laziness and excuses?
Ooh. Um, that's a good one. It's like this. Laziness and excuses are slippery dudes. They want to hang around. Tell you, take it easy, and it'll wait, man. Self motivation is like that friend who's always got a plan, dragging you out of bed for a sunrise hike or that improv class you secretly want to take. They remind you, yeah, this is going to be tough, but you've got this. What do you think is the best way to find that inner cheerleader when procrastination's whispering sweet nothings in your ear?
Okay, nice. My next question is,
Hey, don't
what
sweat
role
it.
does
Hey, don't.
what role does
Whoa.
accountability play in staying committed to goals?
Accountability is like having a workout buddy for your goals, you know? It's easy to skip a gym session when no one's watching, but if you promise to meet a friend, suddenly you're lacing up those sneakers and hitting the pavement. It's that extra push, that sense of responsibility to someone else that can make all the difference. So, how do you think you could build in some accountability for your own goals?
Okay, nice. My next question is, how can changing your environment help eliminate excuses?
Hmm. Changing your environment. That's a sneaky but smart move. You know how they say out of sight, out of mind? Same goes for excuses. If you're trying to eat healthier, ditching the cookies and stocking your fridge with fresh fruits and veggies is like removing temptation from your path. What kind of environment tricks could you use to tackle your goals?
Mhm.
Think like an escape artist escaping their chains. What do you need to ditch or swap out to make it easier to stay on track? You know, sometimes I think we overthink stuff.
Okay, nice.
Like,
My next question
sometimes.
is, how do time management skills contribute to getting things done?
Uh, Time management. It's not just about calendars and to do lists, it's about choosing what deserves your precious time. It's like being a conductor, leading an orchestra of tasks, knowing when to let one instrument shine while others wait their turn. What's one thing that always seems to suck up your time when you'd rather be doing something else? Maybe we can brainstorm some tricks to reclaim your minutes.
Okay, nice. Next question
Come
is,
on, don't leave me hanging.
what is one excuse you need to stop making today, and how will you replace it with action?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna answer that one right back at you. I gotta stop saying I'll do it later. It's like this black hole for tasks, right? Stuff goes in, but it never comes out. I'm gonna replace it with 10-minute rule. Even if it's a chore I'm dreading, I commit to just 10 minutes. Usually, once I get started, I end up finishing the whole thing anyway. What's your go-to excuse, and what's a mini challenge you could set for yourself to ditch it?
Okay, nice. My next topic is building an action oriented mindset. So, my next question is, how can setting clear goals reduce the tendency to make excuses?
Well, that's the thing about goals. They're like your North Star guiding you through the foggy excuse making wilderness. Having a clear destination makes each day's decisions easier. Like if you're aiming for a run a marathon, suddenly saying, nah, too tired feels a lot weaker than it did when your goal was just be less sedentary. What's one big goal you'd love to achieve? Even if it seems lofty, just bringing it into focus can make those excuses flutter away like weak little butterflies. Don't be shy. Share with your old pal Miles. Hey, gotta cut this combo short. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Okay,
Having a
okay.
blast chatting with you as always.
Okay, so
Catch you
guys,
later.
this was
We
my
can always delve deeper into
conversation
your
with
goals and
Miles. I hope you amazing. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you, Miles, for your answers. I hope you also enjoyed it. Allah Hafiz, everyone.